to provide last dollar funding to students who live in Washington County, Virginia, who attend Virginia Highlands Community College immediately following high school graduation. This is the largest grant given by Wellspring Foundation to date. This partnership with Virginia Highlands Community College is not just for 1 year. It's a 13-year commitment that will allow students currently in kindergarten through 12th grade to attend VHCC for free. Now, in looking at our 4-county service area, Washington County was actually the only county that did not have a Promise program. So the purpose of our program is threefold. The reason why we committed to this grant. First, it will give all students who live in Washington County, Virginia, regardless of their background, an opportunity to pursue a degree or workforce training program at VHCC for free. Second, it ensures that all students have an opportunity to pursue careers that provide them with an opportunity to earn good, livable wage. Third, through the 13-year commitment and by removing the financial barrier to higher education or workforce training, we can instill in the minds of our young people and their families that they truly can pursue their dreams for a brighter future. The funding for the program will cover 3 important components. Last dollar funding for tuition, fees, and books to remove financial barriers for students and families. Additional navigators or counselors in the schools to assist students in finding their future career paths. And finally, a regional media campaign to further promote the value of education. We're grateful to have a tremendous partner in Virginia Highlands Community College, which is equipped to provide high-quality education and training to build our future workforce and the next generation of leaders. So at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Adam Hutchison, President of Virginia Highlands Community College, to join me for the check presentation. You've got some great assistance here. You're ready. So at this time, I'd like to turn the podium over to Dr. Hutchison.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you to the Wellspring Foundation of Southwest Virginia for funding this incredible program. It really is an honor to work with a team of people who love our community and VHCC like the Wellspring Foundation. And so there are a lot of behind-the-scenes hands and feet for an event and for a program like this. And I'm especially grateful to Susan Abel and Courtney Stringer and Rusty and Jen. Thank you for sharing our vision that everybody starts at VHCC. And since it's the time of year when public officials or wannabe public officials make all sorts of assurances, perhaps to sway public opinion, we decided to mark our extraordinary commitment with the most sacred kind of promise, the pinky promise. We all know that pinky promise. It's the surest bond to never give up, to keep your word, and to see a thing through until it's finished. And I can't think of a better symbol for the young people of Washington County to know that Virginia Highlands and the Wellspring Foundation promise to make a college education and credentials for great careers free for them. From our first conversation about the Promise program, Wellspring and Virginia Highlands' vision included access to everything we have to offer as a college. As Sean mentioned, this Promise program includes every Washington County student who's currently in school, regardless of income. And it includes transfer on to four-year universities in fields like engineering, education, business and the arts, technical degrees and certificates like welding, HVAC, nursing, IT, and our short-term credential training programs like commercial driver's license and phlebotomy, nurse aid, and coming soon, heavy equipment operator. The program is for every public, private, and homeschool graduate who resides in Washington County, beginning with this year's senior class. Students can take as few as 2 classes per term, and it runs for 5 consecutive semesters for each of those students. And so for students that have a running head start through our amazing dual enrollment relationships, you can get even further faster. This last dollar tuition and fees covers the expenses of going to college, including books and supplies through VHCC. And there's no high school GPA requirement. Whew, thank goodness for students like me. We want every student to know that you can start here and go anywhere. And because we are committed to this community, I'm especially pleased that the program includes a community service requirement. So students are giving back to this community, which is supporting them through their college education. For almost 60 years now, Virginia Highlands has offered residents in Washington County the best path to transfer onto a 4-year university or go straight out into our workforce into a great career. And thanks to the Wellspring Foundation, VHCC is more affordable and accessible than ever before. At this time, I'll invite Dr. Keith Perigin, who's the superintendent of Washington County Public Schools and a graduate of Virginia Highlands Community College, to the podium.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Sean. Certainly happy to be here today. As Adam said, I'm Keith Perigin. I'm school superintendent here in Washington County Public School, for Washington County, Virginia, and our public school system. As has already been said, this is an exciting day, even historic. And the news for our students and our parents and our community is certainly something that we should all celebrate. For many, today will truly be a life-changing day. As Dr. Hutchinson said, having been a student here at Virginia Highlands in the early 1990s, I know very well how Virginia Highlands Community College can serve as a catalyst for changing the trajectory of people's lives. As a first-generation college student, Virginia Highlands Community College opened doors for me and my future family that wouldn't have been available otherwise. Now, every student in Washington County, Virginia will have access to the life-changing opportunities that are available on this phenomenal campus. While this is an amazing and wonderful opportunity for all students, it will specifically open doors for those who might not otherwise have the chance to attend college or to pursue career-related certifications. The beauty of this promise is that it provides the most powerful gift we can give our students and our families, the gift of hope. The gift is more than an opportunity, it's more than a scholarship, it's more than a promise. Hope may be the most powerful force in our world today. Hope, more than any other skill, any other talent, or any other ability, has the power to blow up barriers, alleviate obstacles, and transform trajectories. So thank you to the Wellspring Foundation and Virginia Highlands Community College for making college and workforce training more accessible and affordable for our students right here in Southwest Virginia, close to home. And I think I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize, I know their names have been mentioned already, but if you're a part of the Wellspring Foundation board or the staff, if you would please raise your hand so everybody can see you. We really, on behalf of all these students, you can look at all these students sitting here on the first couple of rows and you can see that you are really having an impact and changing the lives of not only these 14 or 15 students that are here with us today, but the 6,500 students that make up Washington County Public Schools. So again, thank you, Wellspring, for giving the beautiful gift of hope to our families. This promise will have a positive impact on our community for years to come. At this time, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite a champion for public education and higher education, Senator Todd Pillion of Virginia's 6th District, to the podium.
Thank you, Keith, and thank you to the Wellspring Foundation and VHCC for this monumental $14.9 million commitment to education in Washington County. The Wellspring Foundation has a history of supporting important community projects that are improving the quality of life in our area. And for instance, some that are near and dear to my heart are the Appalachian Highlands Community Dental Center expansion, the Men and Women Lifestyle Recovery Center, the Regional Workforce and Child Development Center at Exit 17 that we're cutting the ribbon on later on this week, among many others. The Promise program is yet another example of their mission playing out for the benefit of local residents. The workforce and economic benefits of a program like this is immeasurable and the envy of the entire Commonwealth. I'd like to now invite my good friend and your delegate, Delegate Israel O'Quinn of Virginia's 44th District, to this podium.
Thank you, Senator Pillion. I mean, it is indeed an honor for us to be able to be here with you today, and certainly an honor for us to be part of the relatively small group that goes to Richmond to advocate on behalf of our part of the state. I'm certainly excited to be here at Virginia Highlands Community College today. You know, this property, this place, this entity really is such a cornerstone of our community and of our workforce. You know, practically every business in Washington County has a Virginia Highlands Community College graduate on their staff. You'd be hard-pressed to find a business anywhere here that doesn't have at least one, no matter the size, because this college is just wholly ingrained here in our community. And when Senator Pillion and I go to Richmond, you know, supporting the community college system, and particularly Virginia Highlands Community College, is one of the easiest things that we can do, because the story tells itself. It doesn't have to be enhanced. It doesn't have to be embellished. It stands on its own because Virginia Highlands really is a tremendous place. But today's announcement takes that particular truth one step further, because the Promise program is going to ensure that thousands more Virginia Highlands graduates walk across the stage and receive a degree here. And there are some who are going to get that associate's degree and go on to a four-year school. There are going to be some that are going to take that associate's degree and go straight into the workforce. And certainly there'll be some here that come for specific training and various certifications and trades, and we need that as well. And honestly, all of that combined is good news for our region, because one of the very first things that companies look for when they want to locate in your area is, do you have a qualified workforce? And so this announcement signals to businesses that not only do we have a qualified workforce, but we're going to continue to have a qualified workforce for decades to come. But when you set statistics aside, and you know, you can manipulate statistics all you want, and statistics are very impersonal. So when you set those aside, you know, in the end, this announcement is good for every single individual that steps foot on this campus. Because you can take a lot of things away from someone in life, but you cannot take an education away from them. Once you have it, it's yours. It's all in what you want to do with it. And Virginia Highlands Community College gives us the opportunity to learn. It gives folks the opportunity to do something they love and to be able to provide upward mobility for both themselves and their families. As has already been said earlier, I know that something like this takes a ton of work to piece together between the team at Wellspring and Virginia Highlands Community College, but we just want to say thank you for taking the time and effort that it took to do this, not just so that we can have an announcement today, but for the kids of Washington County for years to come. So thank you all for being here. I'll turn it back over to Sean. Thank you.
Short and sweet. Those are our speakers for today. We thank you for coming and joining us for this special announcement. And now perhaps the most important thing to talk about is there are going to be refreshments behind us in the building, right? But we're also going to take some pictures. And so please don't go anywhere. We want you guys in the pictures. All right. Thank you for being here today.